Hari Om. So we have reached up to the third chapter of Patanjali's Yoga Sutra. Patanjali is explaining his action plan, Kriya Yoga, as I told you. And out of which he has explained 5 angas in second chapter. And he closed the chapter. And this clearly indicates that these 5 angas or the 5 components, Yama, Niyam, Asana, Pranayama and Pratyahara. This is the preparation for the 3 last angas or components. Last 3 are Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. And Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi is, we can say, the core of yoga. And that is why these first 5 components become a preparation. And Patanjali also said that the person becomes eligible for further study with practice of all these 5 components. In practice, we have experienced that asana, pranayama, these very, very important components for maintaining the health and all that. And most of the people hardly go beyond asana, pranayama. That is not wrong. But as far as Patanjali's constitution of the total structure of the science, these 5 components are preparation. And when you are ready with proper preparation, you can start the advanced journey. So we can say this is an advanced journey. And the first 5 components are primary journey, we can say. So third chapter starts with the first sutra, Desha Bandha Chittasya Dharana. Desha means area, certain area. Bandha means binding. Chittasya means mind. And that is dharana. So Patanjali is giving the definition of dharana. The meaning is we have to provide certain area which will be binding on our mind. This is the literally meaning of the sutra. We'll just interpret in more details. In normal condition, our mind moves everywhere. It is very unstable. It is very fast. It can go anywhere within a fraction of a second. And of course come back also. So mind is moving everywhere. This is normal condition of a human being. But now Patanjali wants to establish a control over the mind. Because the definition of yoga is yoga chitta vritti nirodha. We have to control the functions of mind. So he gives a direct action for controlling the functions of mind, rather the movements of mind. That is why he says that you have to select a desha, area. An area in a sense, we have to select certain object. In general terminology we can use, we have to select an object. Because this is internal journey. So this is, we can say that this is a sort of meditation. Is a concentration of mind is dharana. Pinpointed concentration is dhyan. And perfect union is samadhi. So these are the 3 components he is going to explain. So we can use the general word as meditation. So for this meditation we must select some object. That is normal thing. And the experience of the object becomes a desha or area. And that is to be limited for the movement of the mind. That is, mind must be focused on the area of object. I can give one more simple example which will make this point more clear. Let us see that we are meditating on Om. Om is a very popular object for yoga practitioners. So there is a picture of Om, maybe with some golden frame, then the blue background, then orange picture of Om itself. So like this, our object. So this object becomes desh or area for the mind to restrict. So mind must be restricted within this area of Om. And when it is said that it is restricted within area, that means mind should not go out of the area. Now the tendency of mind is to go out anywhere. So we are restricting the movements of the mind within the framework of the object. And that is dharana. Of course, dharana has got certain time limit also, which one has to fix before practicing. Maybe 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, something like that. Suppose a person fixes the time limit as 15 minutes. And he wants to say that I am practicing dharana for 15 minutes. So within that 15 minutes, he should restrict his mind within the framework of the object. But within the framework, mind is allowed to move. That means it is not a total control over the mind. It's a partial control. And as mind is very unstable and very fast and it's very difficult to control, so all of a sudden we cannot control fully. So what we will do, we will allow the mind to move, but within the framework. So I can say this is a partial control. So dharana is a partial control over the movements of the mind. Now during the dharana on Om, we can experience maybe the golden frame, maybe the blue background, maybe the orange color and different shape of Om also. And Om has got some pronunciation also. So we can allow your mind to go that pronunciation also. Om can be listened also, Om can be chanted also. So you can chant Om, you can listen Om, you can memorize also all those things. Om is a representation of Ishwar. That thought also will include in the experience of Om. So like that, our mind must be restricted within the framework of Om. But within the framework, mind is free to move. So this is how we have to establish a partial control over our mind. This is also very difficult. But this is the first stage, very primary stage as far as Patanjali's core yoga is concerned. Because he gives the advanced stage as dhyan and still advanced stage as samadhi. But first stage is dharana. So limited concentration and limited control over the mind. In dhyan there is a perfect control. We will study that dhyan in the next sutra. Hari Om.